Welcome back to Final Fantasy 16, the Rising Tide DLC. We've literally only just started and arrived at this village here, so let's go to the Witten Hall, if I can get past this rock, and progress the story a bit further. Wow, they're fascinated by my black cape.
Oh, do you think he bites?
Oh, do you think he bites? Only if you want me to. Why is there a baby inside what I'm assuming is Leviathan on the wall there?
So what do you think of our little haven in the woods? It might not have all the comforts of a southern settlement, but at least it's ours.
And there's a lot to be said for that. It can't have been easy keeping this place a secret.
Not easy, no. We've dedicated our lives to maintaining the glamour that conceals us. Us and Walias.
This man, Walias, is he Leviathan's dominant?
That's right. Though he's no man, Walias is still a baby.
That explains the baby inside him then.
Forgive me, but you said that the Dominant and his Eikon were bound inside the Surge almost a century ago. That would surely make him older still.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age. But the spell robbed the poor bairn of even that.
I'm sorry.
Walias was the son of my great-grandfather. Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately. But instead of allowing the lad to live out his life as a valued member of the community, my ancestors sought to put his power to other uses. Sadly for them, the Eikons sensed their treachery and summoned a wave so large it would have swallowed the entire village if my ancestors hadn't stopped him.
Then it is not the surge that binds the child, but time itself.
Yes.
Forgive me. I'm still not sure I understand.
I'm not surprised. It isn't the easiest thing to explain. Which is why it might be better if I took you to see him. Show you exactly what he has to endure.
That is why we came.
Then let us be off. There's a road that leads north from the village. It'll take us right into the Surge.
That was the other path then that I didn't take.
Are you bound for the wave, tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread the word about our guests?
I have. Everyone knows to treat them as family.
You shouldn't have any trouble now, but just in case, I would have you accept this symbol of our people.
Yay, another seal.
That's very kind. I look forward to meeting the family.
The feeling's mutual.
Should the tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me any questions you might have regarding the village, and I'll do my best to answer.
Thank you. We will.
Then I bid you good tide.
Get it? Leviathan's dominant
Our
tide.
storehouse lies across the bridge. If you're short of supplies, you may find what you need there. Though we will have to ask you for recompense, poor as we are.
Am I seeing side quests, right? We haven't escaped the side quest, literally just finished them all, but there's still more to do. Make for the Surge.
Sid!
Hello?
You are Sid, aren't you?
I
The
am.
man the tributary told us about? I wonder if you could help me.
With what exactly?
Oh, nothing too troublesome. Do you know my husband, Pavat? He's the village smith, among other things. Anyway, his name day's not far off, and I wanted to make a gift for him. He's a craftsman, you see, and He's been fretting about running low on the flowers he uses for dye making, so I wondered if you might collect some for me and give them to him.
Would this gift not be better coming from you?
Perhaps, but it can't, for reasons I can't go into. Please, I know it sounds daft, but I'd be ever so grateful.
Sure, why not?
Fine. Which flowers does your husband need?
The sweet little blue ones that grow around the fount. Elder's blessings, they're called. We use them to dye our fabrics so we always feel close to water like they are. You don't need to go to the trouble of picking them yourself, though. Just speak to the field hands and ask them to share their harvest with you. 2 basketfuls should be enough for my husband to be getting on with.
2 basketfuls it is.
The funny thing here, treat him like family, and as soon as I come out of the first building I've walked into, it's, oh, do me a favour, mate, go over there and get this. Speak to this one here first. Oh yeah, mate, give me some of your flowers.
Excuse me. I wonder, might you be able to spare a basket of Elder's blessings? Pavart's wife tasked me with collecting some for her husband, and suggested that I speak to you.
Ah, Werda wants you to bless her better half with the fruits of our labour, does she? Go on then. Give the old fool something to squirm about.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't worry about it. An old fool Pavart may be, but if you come bearing gifts, he's not fool enough to turn you away.
I'm glad to hear it. Thank you.
Where's the other person that I can rob? This person over here. Yeah, well, give me some flowers.
Ah, welcome to Haven, friend.
Thank you. Forgive my presumptuousness, but the smith's wife has asked me to make her husband a present of some Elder's blessings. 2 basketfuls, to be precise.
Well, I have 1, if that's any help.
It is. I'm much obliged. They really are beautiful.
Aren't they just? Though that's not the only reason they have a special place in our hearts. Legend has it that when our people fled from Ash, the tributary of the time took some seeds with them. And as they wandered high and low across the Twins, he'd plant them wherever they stopped for water. Every elder since has done the same. So when we finally put down roots here in Mysidia, the flowers did too.
A fascinating story, thank you.
Well, that's 2 basketfuls. Time to visit Pavart.
I really don't need to fast travel. He's like literally 20 meters away. Here you go, bro. Here's your flowers.
What do you want?
Your wife asked me to bring you these flowers.
That woman. Come out. I know you're there.
Who? Me?
Would either of you care to explain what's going on?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to deceive you. It's just, my husband can be a bit standoffish at times, and I thought this might be a good way for the 2 of you to get acquainted. What with you being a swordsman like, and him being the only smith in the village. It'd be a shame if you couldn't turn to him for help.
The only reason he couldn't turn to me for help is because I had my hands full with all the orders you lot dumped on me. I'm pretty much done with them now, though. But, for the record, the tributary said that we were to lend you outsiders our aid, and that's exactly what I was planning to do. with or without my darling wife's meddling. Still, here we are, acquainted. So if there's out you need, just bring us the materials, all right?
All right.
All right then. And tar for the flowers. I was running low.
You use them for dyeing, I hear.
Aye. Crush the petals and it makes a fine and lasting blue. We use it to stain the cloth for our tunics and pennons. To remind us where we come from, like.
As modes of water. Children of the sea.
That's right. The pattern too was left by our ancestors. The ceaseless rill, it's called. It symbolizes the river of our tribe, with the strength of Leviathan running through it. And no matter how that river has ebbed and flowed, changed its course, the flowers have always been with us, growing on our banks. I shall get back to work. If you need something crafting, let me know.
I will. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Wasn't it just?
Quest complete. Pretty sure I won't need nothing crafting though. Hang on, what's this? Reflection of the Earth. Titanic block. Enhances Titan's iconic feat Titanic block from making it capable to block attacks from behind while restoring a small amount of the H. Mate, you get some banging items from this DLC. It's a shame I don't use Titan's block anymore, but I used to. Can now block from behind. And restore HP. Yeah. Pretty sure I won't need anything crafting, considering I've got the best weapon and accessories in the game so far. Unless they got something else.
Where in the blue?
Alright, pal?
Oh, I'll have her hide when she gets back. Oh, sorry. I was leagues away. How can I help you? If you're after something from the storehouse, it's actually my wife you'll want to talk to. She will have to charge you for the goods, though. Not that would fleece you or anything. It's just, you know, needs must.
I understand.
Saying that, she might not be able to get anything down for you for a bit.
Ah, right.
She's got her hands full with the inventory, you see. It should have been my daughter's job, really, but the willful little rills decided to make herself scarce. Ah, the heavens only know where that girl's got to.
If you'd like me to keep an eye out for her.
No. I couldn't ask that of an outsider. Could I? You wouldn't mind?
No, why not? No idea what she looks like, but...
She won't have gone far, will she?
I hope not. But I've scoured the entire village for her and come up empty-handed. Can't help thinking she might have gone on another one of her little adventures.
Ah, a free spirit, is she?
Aye, that she is. Can't get her to sit still, especially once you heard you lot were on your way. Outsiders! You should have seen her little eyes light up. Oh, if she wanted to watch you arrive, she'd have made for the low gate where you first came in. The guard there might have spotted her. Maybe you could ask him. Ruka, her name is.
All right. I'll let you know if I find her. Try not to worry.
Wouldn't be too hard to... Well, you wouldn't be able to, like, confuse her with anybody else, would you? Bright white hair, blue eyes. So yeah, it shouldn't be too hard to find her. You alright, pal? You seen a white-haired, blue-eyed little girl?
Excuse me. You haven't seen the storekeeper's daughter, have you?
Little Ruka? I have, as it happens. She went out through the gate not long ago.
Out of the village? Alone?
Aye, she does it all the time. There's a path off to the left which leads down to the river. Nice little spot, that. And safe as you like. The beasts of the mountain don't dare come so close to the village. That's where she'll be. Go and have a look if you don't believe me.
I will. This must be the path.
No beasties down here, apparently. Well, that must be her right there. She's not as little as I thought.
They're not here either. It's you! I've been looking everywhere for you.
You must be Rooker.
You know my name? Can you lot read minds?
Your father asked me to keep an eye out for you. You left without telling him where you were going. He was worried.
But I went to look for you.
Well, now you found me. What do you say we head back to the village and let your father know you're safe?
All right. And on the way home, you can tell me all about the world beyond the wall. I want to know everything.
Everything might be a stretch.
Guess her parents didn't have the strangers talk with her. First weird people she sees, and she's like, yeah, come on then, let's go.
Thank you for bringing her home. And sorry for the trouble.
Oh, no. It was a pleasure.
Daddy, did you know that there are villages 10 times as big as Haven in the outside world? 10 times! Cities, they call them. And in these cities, they have great big walls and towers and castles.
Oh, to think I was worried. You can tell me all about the outside world later, Sweet Pea. Now go and help your mum with the stores.
All right.
Thanks for putting up with her questions. She, has a lot of them. One of the big ones being, what are the people beyond the wall like? Reckon you've made a good first impression.
Are we the only one she's ever met?
That you are. The rest of the world can't know we're here, so we'll have to be very careful who we're letting in and out. A few of us might make the occasional trip to shore for supplies, but for the most part, we'll make do with what we've got, including what the old Northerners left us.
Yes. You built on top of the old ruins, didn't you?
Well, they make for fine foundations. Their masons clearly knew what they were doing. That's one thing we don't have to worry about. Oh, it's everything else that's the problem. Medicines, metals for tool making, anything like that. We have to dress up as traveling merchants and make a trip to the outside and pray to every cloud in the heavens that nobody sees through us.
Which explains why you need Gil.
Aye. And now Rook is back, my wife should be free to assist you with any potential purchases. So please, do make good use of our stores, because we fully intend to make good use of your coin.
I'll be sure to keep my purse strings loose.
Well, this is how we get access to the blacksmith and the shop then. I got 423 grand, mate. I'm pretty sure I might be able to spare you a little something, you know? Aegis tallow, used in crafting, rendered from the fat of a boar or bison, or in the case of Mysidia, chocobo or ibex. Tallow is widely used in manufacturing of foul-smelling candles and oily soaps. Blacksmith has also been known to employ the substance in the final stage of polishing steel. This particular sample appears to have been affected by a surfeit or ether, which has somehow slowed its degradation process, allowing it to maintain both its vibrancy and viscosity despite having been left untouched for several decades. Wonderful. Let's see what she's got then, shall we?
Thanks for bringing me daughter back. I don't grudge her looking for adventure, but she's got to pull her weight like the rest of us.
Oh my god, your accent.
Anyway, now we've got the inventory done, I can attend to my own tasks, like seeing to our visitors' needs. So, was the route you wanted?
I don't know why, but for some reason I had a real big trouble understanding what she was saying for a moment there. How is this waistcloth better than my legendary Ouroboros? It is suspected that dye made from flowers known as Alder's Blessing grown in Mysidia not only gives the motes of water clothing its vibrant blue hue, but that ethereal residue attributed to an ancient spell cast upon the lands that may increase the dye's permanence, which in turn renders both cloth applied thereto more resistant to both damage and external forces and natural degradation. Alright, well, we might as well buy
May it serve you well.
that because it's better. Minwu Armoring. That's better as well. Upon the 16th name day, every mote of water is fitted with a hand-carved wooden torque that they will keep for the rest of their lives, a vestige of their tribe's long years of wandering following the fall of Drake's Horn, in which a loss of members was commonplace. The ring represents a singular bond between the motes that transcends both physical and spiritual distance. Yeah, what they said.
Well, if you're sure you need it.
A new song? I'll buy some potions off here, because apparently we need a couple.
Serve you well.
Might as well buy the song while we're here, haven't we?
Here you are.
Hey, you can't moan now that I haven't
Then I bid you good tide.
give you a decent amount of money. I gave you like, what, 40 grand now? Let's see if this guy's got anything interesting. I didn't think they would have anything better, since we have the best, but...
Reckon my steel's just as good as any.
Ever dark. No. Alright. Make for the surge. But yeah, we're in this way, yeah? I thought there was only one way in and out.
The poor things are as pale as ghosts.
Apparently not.
There's a pair of ships just up ahead.
Ships? But are we not still leagues from the shore?
Back to having some monsters around again then. Two sharp fangs.
The quickest route to the surge is due east, past the second galley.
Shula, how did these ships come to be here?
What do you imagine happens when an Eikon of water gets angry?
Really, brother? Did you have to ask?
Oh wait, is that Tombury's? This place is beautiful though. It's a shame the whole game didn't look like this. It is. Tombury Creepers, they're called.
Tonberries. Foul creatures consumed by their hatred for everyone and everything.
Everything save sharp knives, it seems.
Did a quite chunk of damage then when she hit him with the axe. It's nice to see Tombury still in the game. I haven't seen a cat toy yet either. Reckon they still got cactors in the game? Excuse me, dear. Spitters! Let's bypass the spitters, we don't need to fight those as well. Yeah, just make sure I'm still going the right way.
I can smell the sea.
It's not far now.
How will we reach the surge?
We'll follow the coastline north. There's a bridge that'll take us across to the cape.
Let's have a peek at it, shall we? Goblin coin. So I had to make a quick trip back to the village. There's a giant adamantite there, which I didn't notice. I thought it was another rock, so I ran straight into it, and I just spent like 5 minutes messing about with it in a fight, and it nearly killed me. So I had to go back and whack a few more potions into me.
It's what prevents the surge from being reclaimed by the sea. And Walius by his people.
Quite embarrassing, really. The turtle beat me up. I've never had so much trouble with a turtle. But yeah, I had to go back, get a few potions, heal myself, and then run all the way back. Tailwind Bay Obelisk.
You said before that the child is bound within the surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him. I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
No. The surge wraps around the cape without engulfing it. If we continue to its tip, there is a path down to the seabed. And the wave's origin.
All right. It won't be the first dominant we've met at the bottom of the ocean.
Who else did we meet? Oh yeah, Barnabas. We had a fight with Barnabas at the bottom of the sea, didn't we, when he cut the wave in half. The surge. A lone wave rises to eternity, cursed never to break. The hands of time having stilled the rage of its tortured creator.
It's not much further now.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
Only me. Once every new moon without fail. It is my duty both as village elder and Walius's descendant.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to show him that he isn't alone, and that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering. Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes. The forest grows quickly here. Left unattended, the path would be reclaimed in a matter of moons.
Sounds a bit ominous.
Does the light point the way to the child?
It does indeed.
Look at all the droplets of water suspended in midair.
Where they have remained untouched by time for 80 summers.
It's not right.
No, it's not.
Ah, so the actual water is frozen in time as such, not actually frozen. I thought it was like turned to ice.
Ahead.
But apparently not.
Down in the center. Follow me.
It is just a literal baby.
He's still primed.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear. And I was old enough to understand what was happening. One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin. Committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He must be so frightened.
Then I'll ease his burden.
You don't mean?
I'm not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing dominants for no reason. What if I told you there was a way to remove Wallis's Eikon?
I tell you, you were a madman.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done. Though, it isn't without its risks. Part of the Eikon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence.
I don't know. It depends on the dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control. But I do know one thing. If we turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Very well. Do what you must. And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
We're gonna get Leviathan.
Don't be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight. I think so. I can feel the Eikon inside me. But something's wrong. He wasn't just afraid. He was angry. All right. Let's see what you've given me.
What is that? The power of water. Clive has claimed a portion of the Eikon Leviathan's essence. Attuning with Leviathan only changes the elemental aspect. Yeah, we know all that. Iconic abilities such as cross swell. An inescapable rush of water that pummels enemies with from multiple angles. Leviathan's iconic feat, Serpent's Cry, can be used to summon to Clive's off-arm, a sea-spitting serpent capable of dealing precise strikes enemies at great distances. Press X in this state to unleash Tidal Torrent, multiple bursts of water capable of forcefully knocking back smaller creatures, while pressing Y will fire a powerful jet of water, a tidal stream. Tidal Gauge, using these attacks will deplete your tidal gauge, becoming unavailable when the gauge is empty. The gauge will slowly replenish over time, but can be refilled quicker by pressing B a second time press perfectly with an on-screen prompt to immediately refill the gauge, as well as blah blah. Tidal gauge is also replenished when successfully executing a precision dodge. While Serpent's Cry, press RB again while dodging to cause Clive to roll in the air, extended the dodge further. Yeah. Only the 5 abilities are available during this battle.
Leviathan.
Just an eggy, but a formidable adversary nonetheless.
Like a shotgun. It's like a water shotgun.
Oh, look. It has friends.
This is weird. Alright, stop pressing B because it doesn't do anything. Oh, sweet. We got a machine gun as well. Land 300 tidal attacks combined. Yeah, finish with a water shotgun. That was weird. Really don't know what to make of that. Aqueous Orb. It's been noted that in some early texts, forebears would oft-times refer to crystals as orbs, and while their use of all capital letters to this day cannot be satisfactorily explained, the term itself is most likely one scholar's interpretation of text transcribed from a much older language. This pale blue fragment taken from the body of Egi, Periokos, however you pronounce that, however, is indeed an orb, and while nigh flawless and teeming with the wild whirls and eddies of pure life energy, by no means does it warrant rendering the uppercase. Used in crafting. 100 magic dust as well. But I feel like we're leading up to a big boss fight, right? I don't want the episode to go on too long, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this one here. So a massive thank you for those of you who are watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully you join me in the next one for some more rising tides and probably a boss fight with Leviathan, maybe? I don't know.